Onivia, League of Legends highlights.
It's really hard to look for some sort of side laning champion that's going to have a lot of strong pushing power into this draft for Afreeca, because they can collapse on you so easily with this style of draft to make these potential plays because of that early exchange between Prince and Leo.
Okay, let's see how this one does work out. Trying to get the Conquer down. The stun is going to miss, and the teleport is out, but they're still going for the kill, and they still will be able to pick it up as Fate gets in there, and he's got vision now. The trading is still going on, but the Q will land, and Fate will at least be able to trade one back.
Yep, 1-for-1 here.
Camp away.
He does not have 6, and he does not know that Dread is...
They should go on a Fly here. I don't know why Fly moved up that far away when Fate hits level 6. Felt safe, and actually a ton of damage comes up. It's actually an elaborate bait all in the end, apparently, as Fly is able to help pick up that kill.
That was because, or actually it's just not going to happen. I was going to say when they end up starting the first Drake, because I don't think Afreeca actually have control over the map enough to rotate in there. And with a bot prio is so valuable in these early objectives. We've talked about it so much with Kalista, and she just keeps getting through the draft. She's so strong right now. And we have so many...
Far enough away, the Dragon will actually leash onto the Diana, who is closer to the Dragon. Even though Liiv SANDBOX don't have vision, the Dragon will still follow it. So they know that, okay, enemy jungler's here, or the enemy mid laner, someone's in there.
Now Croc was up here.
Okay, Equalizer in, and Keen does take a hefty amount of damage, and you see Dread is nowhere to be seen. Keen just trying to use every ability that he has, but the flash comes in, and one more Harpoon will do it. Kraka will take down Keen in a very well-executed game.
Kaisa and Braum, Leo and Lahensia are rotating back in, so it's a very nice control over the map that Liiv SANDBOX have. And that's going to, lead to Drake control unless Afreeca can make a big play here right now while they're grouped up. And teleport will not be up for Keen in time for that Drake to spawn, even though it is, 70 seconds away here. They get another turret.
Yeah, it's a couple of big objectives. Even going to deny some CS down here. Fate picks that all up. Fight, especially with the Mega Gnar bar coming in here. Let's see, the mist is set up. Keen is looking for picks.
The flank.
Hence, he's always checking for it, but it is a Lee Sin, so it could happen. That is a massive solar flare right with the Equalizer on top of it. And Fate gets into the back line just trying to assassinate Lahens. And he's able to flash away to safety afterwards. Effort sets up another kill, but actually maybe going a little bit too far this time around. Was feeling himself a little bit, and for a good reason. And now we have Keen. He's pretty strong here on the front line. You gotta respect him, even though for now he's only the Leona. So he'll be able to ult in maybe a little bit too far. Stuns back, trying to help and peel for his team. Dread goes in the front line, and he's able to peel as well. And Keen is just going like a madman as Leo's able to snipe down Summit as well. And Afreeca with patience are able to turn this fight around.
Patience is the best way to put it. It was such
but will not go for it.
Fly didn't have that much grit, but he really wanted to hit that haymaker in the choke. Not sure about this one, Keen.
Trying to get there on the front line. There's the kick that does come in. Dread now able to follow up, but that is a massive Gnar into the wall, but it's just a huge skirmish going back and forth, and the damage from the Rumble is gigantic as everybody groups up for that one, and this time it's Liiv SANDBOX's fight to take.
Definitely a massive overextension here for Afreeca Freecs. They didn't have the cooldowns to continue to actually push that issue. When Fly had already just used, that haymaker right before, he wasn't able to do a whole lot in the beginning of that exchange when we did see Keen walk back in, and in a choke like there, you're going to lose this turret no matter what. Liiv SANDBOX, really getting the most efficiency out of this Baron as they can. With everybody alive on Afreeca, you don't get this much value usually, but it's super well played. And the fact that a Gnar has a charged up bar or could have a charged up bar at any moment and has teleport means that you really have to respect this as Afreeca. You can't engage onto this. Even though you have an engaged comp, it's just so terrifying to even try to 5v4 while someone's in the other lane because he could show up during that extended fight.
Yeah, slow and steady is the way here for Liiv SANDBOX. They're not overextending. They have, they have the Equalizer, which is actually going to point. And there's not much that Afreeca can do about this. They will just have to give it away.
Yep. Kalista damage is pretty insane. Clear through that one in the blink, but he's got Zhonya's, so it's really hard. And you have to respect this group up around the Baron because they can clear this so insanely fast right now.
Uh-oh.
It's called aggressive.
Mahens is pretty far out there, and they throw him behind as the kick as well is pretty big. The solar flare against Zonius, though, and Effort's taking a lot of damage. Trying to get out of this one now, but they are going to lock him down. Summit gets an R into the wall, picks up a kill, but actually Fly tries to make something of it, and finally front to back comes in. Keen trying to pick off one member, Y1. Can he actually do it? His bait is going into the backline, able to assassinate the Braum, but everything behind him is falling to pieces.
He's trying to see if he can get Leo here.
Prince trying to hop away from this one. He will be able to get away from the set, but not from the Viego. As Fate is just a one-man army at this point.
Yeah, the stopwatch buys time for Leo, but they're not able to catch Fate in the end. So, you know, 1 man versus 2 is where we stand at the end of that fight. Super well executed by both sides, but the second part of the fight where Afreeca were able to re-engage was by far the best. Liiv SANDBOX at the end there. High-level stuff.
It was right as the minion was dying, as if he knew he was going to be able to line that one up. And now, you thought the fighting was over, you were wrong. As we got Narbar's reaching completion, that is a gigantic equalizer, trying to use that as the kick comes in. Fly with the big haymaker, but he can't survive forever. And that's going to be the Cloud Soul going the way of Liiv SANDBOX. They're looking for more, actually, with the solar flare that comes in, the flash and the slow from the house. And Dread will be able to run for now, but the chase here from the side of Liiv SANDBOX.
That movement speed's pretty big.
There are no slaps. They're trying to turn it around, though, as Leo's getting in the back line, and he's got Viego to back him up. They're trying to assassinate everybody, and the tanks of the team are actually doing a really good job of buying time, but can they do it 2v3? Is the question, as Effort's going to go down, and you just can't fight against this Viego and this Kai'Sa right now.
He has to somehow execute the Kai'Sa again here, Fate. He has his Resurrection available, but he just can't get past Keen. Kroko's going to try to collapse back in. He's got his Equalizer again. Cloud Soul's pretty strong.
He wants to fight. He wants to get in there. I'm not sure if he can do it 1v2, though.
Stopwatch is good here. Leo's coming back in.
Leo's coming in, and oh man, the sustain is just ridiculous.
I think the only way you win this fight is if Fate kills Leo. I don't think there's any way you're ever going to kill a very fed Viego at this stage in the game. You know, otherwise here when you're looking for the Equalizer to collapse in, it's just not going to happen. It's just too hard to pull it off. Keen exactly where he needs to be. Leo also on a very long leash, walks super far away from the fight, so he's completely safe until that re-engage comes through. If you can kill the Kai'Sa first, you can win the 2v1 against the Viego, but otherwise it is just not going to happen. Now they're looking for a Baron play here, but everyone's respawned. This is such a crazy game. I love it.
Yeah, this is awesome. As here we go, the Baron's going down, but Liiv SANDBOX, everybody's here, trying to go for the fight now, as no smite will come in from Liiv SANDBOX because Kroko is still dead. And as we get the knock up here from the Braum, Summit is left to die. Nobody can get in there to help him, and now it's a push coming out from Afreeca with the Baron.
The Solar Flare tried to save him, tried to help slow down the rest of Afreeca Freecs. He almost had his Gnar to set up for at least some damage and slowing down the push. This Equalizer will do just that, and it will be up very quickly with the Cloud Soul, but I don't know if they're going to be able to defend this. Not without Summit, not without that strong engage. Not a lot of range here for Prince to poke at this either. He has to wait as the inevitable crashes down. Will walk away.
That was pretty interesting, but yeah, they're going to break off. Look for some other objectives.
Baron before is off in 1 minute. Elder Drake still with 2 to go. So Afreeca need to be careful about overextending here. You know, they have that Viego in mid that's going to push super hard and very quickly towards the base. So Liiv SANDBOX can't stay around here too long. Engage tool that Liiv SANDBOX have, and it's gone now. Goodbye.
Yeah.
Now they're going in. Such a great stall out.
Summit waiting, and we are going to see, actually, Lee Sin on the top side. They're going to get the stun down. He has to escape. And back onto the Elder Drake we go. Summit here, they're trying to get on top of him. That is Fly right into the back line, but the Equalizer is pretty good. But Fate in the back line, trying to get it done as Leo is trying to take down Summit now. It is just in a massive engage into that back line. Keen trying to go 1v5 at this point in time, but he absolutely cannot. As Liiv SANDBOX stay as a ball, and they will not be dominated and picked apart this time around, as now teleports come out and Liiv SANDBOX want to take the game.
They're going to go to end the game. Keen's coming up here right now to try to trade
he
it
wants
back.
to end the game.
Yeah, I mean, they've got an inhibitor up here, so there's no way, I mean, there's no way Keen can actually end this. He just simply cannot. Summit goes back, and he's going to have to back off. the timing of this was really unfortunate, just kind of not having that in his mind in terms of the respawn. Even if it isn't up, I mean, I don't think you win this exchange, but he has to try something. That was such a great fight from Summit, though. Without his Narbar, he gets on top of Leo.
Okay, yeah, he's not going to be able to get back there on time. So there you have it, Liiv SANDBOX. They're going to take down this crazy brawl of a game. Somehow, some way, the Nexus will fall. And it was close down to the wire. There were so many times where it looked like a freak.